There is no reason that you should have greater confidence in the fact that the jar of pickles that you buy at the supermarket hasn't been tampered with than you are that your IV bag hasn't been tampered with.
Well, the surviving victims of a former Dallas anesthesiologist are calling for change after a poisoning case. You might remember late last year, Dr. Raynaldo Ortiz was sentenced to nearly 200 years in prison for spiking IV bags. I-Team investigator Ginger Allen joins us to explain what is happening and how this could impact medical facilities nationwide.
A new lawsuit has been filed, and the best way to explain what the victims want is to actually show you. So I want you to take a look at this table. This is common household items, some medicines, and some foods. And everything you see here has a tamper-proof and tamper-evident seal. So that means in order to open it, you have to break the seal, and then you can tell if the seal has been broken. The victims of Dr. Ortiz argue if all IV bags had these same features, we wouldn't be telling you this story. This is Jack right here. You almost lost him.
We almost lost him, yeah.
It was August 24th, 2022.
And not a day that I will ever forget.
Dovie Alderstein's then 18-year-old son had a routine medical procedure at Baylor Surgical Center in North Dallas when something went wrong with his heart.
There was 48 hours of collective just shock, nail biting. Is he going to make it? Is he going to be okay?
I was the first one. You were the first. Mm-hmm.
3 months earlier, Melody Naylor was also put under at the same facility for an elective surgery. And following sedation, something suddenly went wrong with her heart.
I actually was taken by ambulance to a local hospital, and where I stayed for 3 days.
Several others experienced mysterious, life-threatening reactions at the same facility within a few months. But they are all the lucky ones.
I think that we survivors are blessed that we can move on from it, unlike Dr. Kaspar and her family.
Dr. Melanie Kaspar was an anesthesiologist at the facility. She took home an IV bag to treat her own dehydration. She also had a reaction, but there was no medical team nearby to revive her.
She's the one that's not here, and we are, so we have to speak for her.
Investigators discovered anesthesiologist Raynaldo Ortiz was spiking IV bags. Cameras caught him storing the tampered bags in a warmer. Late last year, Dr. Ortiz was sentenced to 190 years in prison. Dr. Kaspar's husband was in court.
The most agonizing thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Despite the agony, now he's going back to court again, this time to battle Baxter, the manufacturer of the IV bag.
The port is easily accessible. You could simply inject any kind of medication in there without knowing.
Which is what happened in this case.
Which is exactly what happened in this case.
In a new lawsuit, attorney Bruce Steckler alleges this could have been avoided with a tamper-resistant design. It states Baxter is the largest manufacturer of IV bags, and Baxter manufactures and sells aftermarket fixes specifically for this reason.
Baxter even makes the solution. You can put on the end and make it tamper-proof, just like all the other products that we buy in our grocery store or in the drugstore today.
For example, over-the-counter medicines, which are often triple sealed, most likely the result of a 1982 scare when 7 people died after taking cyanide-laced Tylenol bought on store shelves in Chicago.
Why didn't Baxter get the message from 1980?
In 2022, after the IV bag scare here, the retired director of the UT School of Pharmacy also compared it to the Tylenol case, telling the I-Team, expect new mandates.
I think it's highly probable the FDA will require a tamper-resistant packaging seal on IV bags. Very probable.
But we've learned so far there are no new packaging, no new storing, and no new handling requirements. In 2022, the FDA told the I-Team standard IV bags do not normally contain tamper-proof or tamper-evident features. And when we reached back out to the FDA,
Texas State Board of Pharmacy, and the National Association of Pharmacy, they all told us they have no new information.
You would like to think after this event, they would have done the right thing, and they haven't.
It's somewhat astonishing to me that the result of this wasn't a spontaneous change by Baxter.
How would that small feature have changed Jack and your lives?
It would have prevented it entirely. So it would have prevented it for Jack, it would have prevented it for any of the other victims, and most importantly, Dr. Kaspar would still be with us.
I think as a doctor, she would be out here beating the drum, telling people we have to make it safer.
I have been reaching out to Baxter for a response. The company did email me back saying it does not comment on pending litigation, but in response to the lawsuit, in court documents, Baxter has stated the incident was, quote, caused solely by criminal acts, and the IV bag was, quote, sold in compliance with all applicable codes, standards, regulations, and laws.
I think if you hear that, your first question would be, are all IV bags made the exact same way?
No, and each manufacturer may make several differently, but let's look at some of them. So this one has caps on 2 of the ports.
Okay.
This was the issue here, a cap on just 1 of the ports. And what I do want to point out is all of the manufacturers send them in these outer casings.
Okay.
However, that was the issue here. You could still inject into that port without that little tiny hole being seen.
Good to note that. I want to ask about manufacturers and regulators. They're not exactly the ones calling for change in this particular case, but you reached out to local hospitals to see if they are making any calls for change.
We did. We reached out to several North Texas facilities to find out if they've altered their storage, their monitoring, or the types of IV bags they used. And here's what we found. 4 did not reply to repeated emails. Methodist Health System, UT Southwestern, Texas Health, and Parkland Health. Med City and JPS did respond to us, but did not answer our questions. Baylor was the only one to provide a statement, and you will remember this, Nicole. This happened at one of Baylor's surgical centers. A spokesman there said at the time it was determined the bag storage was, quote, deemed appropriate, and today they continue to review the processes and safeguards.
It's a really interesting look at something that we may not think about, even though we rely on these types of IV bags and other supplies when we go to the hospital. So thank you so much for taking us inside.
You bet.
Alan with the I-Team. Thank you.